All right, everyone. So we are going to talk about the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan. The Azeris just last week did an offensive against the remaining Armenian forces in Nagorno-Karabakh, and they defeated the Armenians, which is why currently there is a massive exodus of Armenians from Nagorno-Karabakh to mainland Armenia, because the Azeris persecute Armenians, and they hate the Armenians, and the Armenians know this. And there are horror stories coming from Armenian sources telling of murders, gruesome, grisly murders being done by Azeris on ethnic Armenians. For example, I heard a story about 3 Armenian children who were beheaded, and they forced the mother to watch. So horror stories are coming from the Armenians, and this is why they are running away. The Azeris talk about how they will be peaceful with the Armenians, but the Armenians know better. We all saw, well, not all of us, but some of us saw the videos that were recorded after the 2020 war, in which the Azeris defeated the Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh. And these videos showed people being executed. I watched the video, and it was absolutely horrifying, and the cries of this old man still ring in my head. The video showed an elderly Armenian man being beheaded by an Azeri soldier. So who the hell wants to be under the reign of savages, of people who don't mind beheading you, who don't mind raping you, who don't mind just doing atrocities, just doing the most grisly of crimes? So there is a massive exodus happening right now, and you can read about it. They say that 120,000 Armenians have already fled or are about to flee. And what is the next target of Azerbaijan? They took Nagorno-Karabakh. For decades, they were talking about taking Nagorno-Karabakh. So now it's theirs. What was left of the Armenian forces have now been vanquished. So what is the next target of the Azeris? The next target is Syunik. And there are news articles already talking about Syunik. And I believe that in the near future, Syunik will become part of the headline news. Not the main priority, not the main target of attention, but it's going to get more attention. I'll put it like that. Syunik is the region in southern Armenia that is right next to Nagorno-Karabakh, and it borders with the Azeri enclave of Nakhchivan. So if you look at a map of Armenia and Azerbaijan, you will see, and this is very, very unfortunate for the Armenians, Armenia is sandwiched in between Azerbaijan. Armenia is literally sandwiched in between Azerbaijan. So you have mainland Azerbaijan, Armenia, and then on the other side, Nakhchivan, which is really a continuation of Azerbaijan. It's like Canada. Canada is sandwiched in between the United States. You have America, Canada, and then up in the north, more of America, Alaska. So Alaska is like Nakhchivan, right? Nakhchivan is like Alaska in this sense. Only it's worse because, the Canadians have it good. They're in between us. Armenia is in between this enclave of, Ottoman culture, which, is, given its history, is very savage and barbaric, hazooks, rapes, massacres, atrocities, that sort of thing. Syunik is right in between Nagorno-Karabakh, which is now under the control of the Azeris, and Nakhchivan. And so the Azeris, they want to create an access way so that they can go directly from mainland Azerbaijan into Nakhchivan without having to go through Armenian-controlled territory, Armenian-ruled territory. So what does that mean? Well, the Azeris for years have been talking about a corridor, building a corridor that would go through Armenia into Nakhchivan. The Armenians are against this for obvious reasons. Why in the hell would you want to become a transit route for the people who want to resume the Armenian genocide. Right? It's obvious what the Azeris want. The Azeris want to control Armenia. Turkey wants to control Armenia. And the next target, or definitely a target, the main target, I would say, in Azerbaijan's crosshairs is Syunik. Because if Azerbaijan can control Syunik, then that means it wouldn't need Armenia's permission to have a corridor. It could just build the corridor, because at that point, Syunik would be a part of Azerbaijan. And there are people on the internet talking about this. There is one Telegram account. It's an influential Telegram channel linked to Karabakh Armenians. And it says this: the new target of Azerbaijan and Turkey is Syunik, a province in southern Armenia through which such a corridor would pass. They are already openly declaring it. Active preparations for war are underway. And there is another article that I found. This is very, very revealing. This is from news.am. This is an Armenian news website. And you'll say, oh, it's an Armenian news website. It's Armenian propaganda. Well, no, the Armenians don't want to be raped and slaughtered, so this is pretty important to them. So let's hear what they have to say. So this is what the article has to say. A public hearing on the topic of the return to Western Azerbaijan, legal aspects, is scheduled for September 25th in the Azerbaijani parliament. So the Armenians are saying that the Azerbaijani parliament plans on having a conference on the return to Western Azerbaijan. So Armenian territory being returned to Azerbaijan, or given to Azerbaijan. And it's scheduled for September 25th. And it says, to note, when saying Western Azerbaijan, Baku refers to Syunik province. So the Azeris want Syunik. And they think, and they know, if they can control Syunik, they can then have direct access into Nakhchivan. And the Turks want this also, because the Turks know that if they can have direct access into, if they can have direct access from Nakhchivan directly into mainland Azerbaijan, then they can have direct access to the great port city of Baku, which is also a major source for oil. Azerbaijan is one of the biggest oil countries in the world. And so Turkey would definitely have direct access to those resources, but also, and this ties into the ideology of pan-Turkism, Turkey would have direct access from Baku through the Caspian Sea into Central Asia. And I've been talking about this for years, and it's true. There is a very strong ideology in Turkey of Neo-Ottomanism or Pan-Turkism, which really goes beyond the Ottoman Empire, because they have this aspiration of creating a Turkish NATO. Oh, Turkey is one of the biggest allies, one of the biggest members of NATO. Hoo, hoo, ha, hoo. Yeah, very important strategic ally. Yeah, but Turkey wants to create its own NATO. Turkey wants to create its own NATO, and it has this aspiration of creating this confederacy of Turkic nations like Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. And under these Turkic nations would be the head of all Turkic nations, Anatolia, what we know today as Turkey. And so by controlling Azerbaijan and having that direct access into Azerbaijan, having that direct access, Turkey would have direct access into the Caspian Sea and thusly into Central Asia. And it's a part of this big ideological scheme of creating a Turkic confederacy. And that's why this war is going to continue on. This war is not going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's going to continue on. And the Azeris aren't going to stop. Oh, they just want Nagorno-Karabakh. It's a part of their heritage. It's their land. Well, they got Nagorno-Karabakh. They're not going to stop. They take an inch, they want a mile. It's not going to stop, guys. It's going to continue on. Why? Because you have this vision in Turkey of reviving the Ottoman Empire. And this vision would include controlling the Armenians. Controlling the Armenians and finishing the job of genociding them, resuming from where they left off in the Armenian genocide back in World War I. I know that sounds crazy, but that is just the reality. Things just don't change. And if Turkey wants to revive the Ottoman Empire, which it does, well, that would include killing the Armenians, because the Armenians are amongst the enemies of the Turks, just like the Greeks are, and just like the Assyrians are. Anyway, you guys just heard some theology. God bless.